Vice District Governor-elect, Eric Dolansky.
Thank you very much, George. It was actually three terms as treasurer, and the court date isn't set for the third one yet. I'd like to
I know a
thank you.
good criminal attorney.
What's that?
I know a good criminal attorney.
No, you don't. You only think you is.
They didn't get Joe off.
I want to talk today a little bit about our foundation. Now they asked me to ask you, Lion Peter, does your club donate to LCIF?
Yes.
I'm going to take that as a no.
Yes.
Our foundation, it started in 1968, and it's one of the reasons we have bragging rights throughout the world. We do a lot of great work with our foundation, but most Lions are only aware of a few of the grants that we have available. What do you think of when you think of the foundation? What kind of grants do you think of, or what kind of work does the foundation?
Guide dogs.
That's the Canadian Foundation. I'm talking about the Lions Club International.
Oh, disaster relief.
Disaster relief, so emergency and disaster relief. Now, that is a very big and important part of Lions, but Sight First is also an LCIF function. And since 1968, how much money do you think we've given out? Millions. Anybody have a guess? Millions. In millions. There's millions. You're close. I hope you guys have a good president coming up next. 2.5 million. Any more guesses?
13 million.
10 million. $900 million in grants have been given out since 1968. And all of the grants, with the exception of one, are asked for or the applications are put out by Lions. The disaster grant is done by the board of directors at LCIF. So if a natural disaster happens, like Haiti or the Philippines, they can react to it right away. Our emergency grants are available if a tornado came through town and displaced more than 100 people. There's an emergency grant that's anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. All that has to happen is the club president in the town calls the governor, governor calls LCIF, and the checks are usually here the next day. All right, so this is why when you see Lions doing service work in disaster areas, we're usually the first on the ground. And how much of our Lions international dues go to LCIF?
Millions.
What percent? You've got zone share written all over you.
Zero.
Yeah, none. All the money for LCIF comes from Lions Club's donations and corporate donations. Do you know that Lions are the #1 non-governmental agencies to partner with in the world? So in our measles initiative, we're partnering with the Gates Foundation and I keep forgetting the name of the company that makes the measles vaccine. Yeah, that would be it. You don't have to send $1,000. You don't have to. How much do you think it costs to do a cataract surgery in third world countries? We've done over 60 million.
Yeah, they volunteer though, don't they?
Yeah, but the cost.
It's still a cost.
$35 or $40 somewhere.
I don't think so.
$7.
What? It's very low.
Costs $7 to do a cataract surgery. Now we get our cataract surgeries done here in Canada through our health plans. In the United States, where they're paying for it, actually Lions has partnered with the lens maker, and they make a special lens for Lions Club in doing their cataract surgeries. in the States and worldwide. River blindness, does everybody know what river blindness is? Third world countries, basically somebody goes down to the river to get their glass of water, they get bitten by a mosquito, for lack of a better thing, and it puts a parasite into them, and the parasite eventually causes blindness in that individual. What do you think it costs to cure a person of river blindness?
30 cents.
25 cents.
Pretty close.
All right, and these, again, and the reason the cost is so low is because our foundation, now, you're gonna have to tell the governor I said this, because they always get pushy. You know how we ask you to do your reports, the secretaries to do your reports on LCIF? The reason for that is because we could prove worldwide that we have the members to partner with. All right, there is an LCIF grant, by the way, that, well, I am Peter, if you were at the international convention and bumped into somebody from a club in a third world country in Africa and they wanted to partner with you, there is an LCIF grant that's available to partner with third world countries. And we do meet a lot of people at these conventions from all over the world. And so the foundation, not only does it give us the bragging rights that we have as Lions, where there's a need, there is a Lion, definitely. So we're asking, and I'm asking, is that you support it. You don't, like I said, for $7 or $14, you've saved the sight of an individual. That's a cataract surgery. If you send 50 cents, you've saved 2 people from going blind. 100% of our donation goes to the cause, right? And very few charities can say that. Eyes Right is another one, our local foundation, 100%, very close to 100%, because we audit the books, probably 98% of the funds taken go to the cause. So these are they're brilliant foundations. They give us the right to brag. We could say, if you donate independently to LCIF, you get this nice little pin here, and they'll give you a tax receipt for it as well. And I think it's a brilliant cause, and I like bragging about LCIF. It's next to Eyes Right, I have to say that. But I think the foundation is well worth it. And it's not to our Canada Foundation, where we do our guide dogs, is another brilliant foundation. But I'm just asking for the presidents and treasurers, if, like I said, 20 bucks, send 20 bucks to LCIF. One of the things I would like to see when I'm governor is I'd like to see 100% of the clubs donating. And like I said, $10, $20, it all helps. Another thing that I wanted to just briefly talk about is the club's involvement with the district. For a couple of years now, we've been working hard to try to pull our district together, to make it a lot more fun. I've only been a Lion for 15 years, and there seems to be a past out there that some members can't move by or through. And everybody that's in the executive now at the district level, we kind of want to start fresh from square one. We want to be working with the past district governors. We want to be working with our GLT, our global leadership, and our global membership teams. And we want to build this district up where we're having fun and we're doing good work and we're working together. Clubs should be participating with each other. I know Delaware, you do our barbecues for us at cruise night. And they're a very humbling group. You know, when I became second vice district governor,
I said that with a smile.
I was proud of it. I love going out and representing District A1, and I'm second vice district governor, and I go up to get my hot dog. Gonna give us a break, right? And the first thing, I went up, I said, I'd like a hamburger, and the guy looks up, I don't know who was taking the money. First thing he says to me, are you Hawaiian? And I said, what the hell, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so they're very, very humble. And moving up in the district is a great opportunity. Like I said at convention, I've had the opportunity to go to Calgary on the Advanced Lions Leadership Institute. Met a lot of great people there, people that I'll probably know the rest of my life. I was very picky because I only wanted to meet people that live south of North Carolina, because I'll tell you, February in New Jersey didn't really rock. I did have a great time. If you ever have an opportunity to go to that Lions Institute, it'll be the time of your life. And when you finish it, they give you this nice pin that nobody can read because it's so shiny and gold. But the reason I went up myself in the district is somebody told me that Lions is like a dog sled team. Unless you're the lead dog, the view is the same. So,
He's aspiring for alpha.
So I'm going to encourage you, if you've ever thought about going into zone or zone chair or any of the chairs in the district, there's a lot more training available now, and the training is not only specific to Lions, but a lot of the training, leadership training, will help you in your day-to-day work. It will help you with your family, with the relationships, and it's well worth taking the opportunity, because you don't want to be stuck behind that counter at the golf course for the rest of your life. But I appreciate you having me here. The members of Strathroy, Caradoc, how many of you are going to be at Hyde Park's dinner meeting on the 27th? So Lion President Ed can get his gavel back.
That's only the 7th time he's lost it.
Do you guys remember your charter night? When the new president was leaving his gavel just willy-nilly all over the place, and somebody picked it up.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is obviously a man that just does not learn his
April.
Did I poke you with my gavel?
He's the most expensive president we've had.
So we're gonna just, you let me know how many members are coming on the 27th. And the good news is,
I want it back.
I won't be there.
Oh, no.
And that's Mary X.
I decided I have nothing better to do on a Monday night, so I'll be in Chatham. Unless you want to come to Chatham to pick up your gavel. Okay, Hyde Park it is. Thank you very much. Again, please think about LCIF. And Strathroy Caradoc, 14 members. Brilliant. You guys are growing. Keep the members coming in. You guys are doing great. Delaware? Yeah, well. We'll see you on the cruise night. And thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So Hyde Park's the one, the 27th? And my gavel will be there?
Yeah, I'll make sure it's there. He had a sermon that he was giving that weekend, but he had a letter to mail, so this is an old joke, and he was walking downtown in this town that he wasn't familiar with, and he sees a little boy, and he asked the little boy, he says, can you tell me where the post office is? Because I've got to buy a stamp and mail this letter. And the little boy gives him directions, and Willie Graham looks at the boy and he says, thank you very much. If you come to the convention center, he says, I'll show you how to get to heaven. And the little boy looks at him and says, nah, I don't think so. He says, why not? He says, well, you can't even find the post office.